Okay, attestation and release forms. There are two things that you will have to sign. The claims form has no signature page. The declarations do not have a signature page. What we were able to work out is that you can have multiple declaration pages. You only have to sign one attestation. An attestation is just a fancy way of saying this is a form where your signature says everything else I just filled out is true. That's all. So you'll have the claims form, you'll have as many declaration forms as applied to your categories. You'll have an attestation form that says everything else I just filled out is correct, but you will have a separate release form. And you'll have that. We'll be able to go over that. Anytime there is a settlement, and Ted or Mike can discuss more if needed. Anytime there is a resolution of a case and you are accepting funds in part of that resolution, there is a release, right? You're releasing the entities that are paying money. It's pretty standard language. It's pretty easy to read, but again, we're here to assist you with it if you have any questions about it. Beth, you want to go ahead? I think I just walked through. All right, so lien disclosure form. Every person has to fill out a lien disclosure form. I know many people that we have spoken with said, I only own property. Why do I have to fill out a lien disclosure form? Because generally, a lien disclosure form is asking about medical care or health care. I'm here to tell you, you just have to fill it out. It is part of the settlement package. It needs to be done. This is all private information, so you don't have to worry about anything that might be provided. It's all secure in the website where it's being sent. And we can talk about it individually if you have a specific question about why you might need to fill something out on the lien disclosure form, but it is part of the package. Please fill it out. If you don't fill it out, it will be kicked back as your package invalid. So it's really, really, really important that you fill it out when you send in this package or when you fill them out online. Okay, go ahead, Beth. All right, supporting documents. We've been talking about this for months and months and months, and hopefully many of you have, and I know many of you have already gathered things. What is a supporting document? A supporting document for exposure is something that says, I lived at this place, or I worked at this location, or if it's your child, I went to this school. Something that is showing to the claims administrator that you were in Flint and you were exposed to the water. So the examples that I gave earlier, a water bill, a child's school record, a daycare invoice, an income tax return, a deed, a mortgage. There are a variety of ways that we can show exposure. If you have a special circumstance, and sometimes this will happen, you live outside of Flint, but you brought your children into Flint to stay with a family member for daycare every day. We can help you. All right, there is a way. If your child was exposed, we will help you figure out a way to show where they were, why they were there, and what their exposure time was. Did they bathe in the water? Did they drink the water? Whatever it is, we'll work with you individually to make sure you have what is needed. And why are we doing this? Because the claims administrator is going to be reviewing all the documentation that is presented. And they're looking to see, does the address that's on the claims form and on the declaration match up with the address of the water bill, for instance? Does the address where they say the child was exposed at daycare match up with the invoice that they have from the daycare? So it's, I know it's hard and it's been difficult for some of you to go back 5, 6, 7 years now to get some proof, but it's been pretty amazing how wonderful you all have all worked, and the ideas that we've been able to come up with to help you show proof of exposure. If you're sitting there wondering, how am I going to do this? Call us. We've worked with thousands of people now to prepare for this claims process. It is not impossible, I assure you. We will help you through this. Let's see, Beth, I think I might have run through more quickly than perhaps you wanted me to, but was kind of just talking off the cuff with everyone that we've been working with from the team. Okay, a couple of things here. So one of the categories takes into account whether you had a lead test of your water. If you don't have that, there's a link that will be provided here, and we'll make sure that's on the website if it's not already. Your water bills are online, so we want you to look there first. The other thing that we have been provided access to are blood lead test results. So and the claims administrator also has blood lead test results. So if you believe or you recall, you think maybe you did or your children had a blood lead test and you don't have the results, it is very likely that the claims administrator will have them.
I thought you were returning my call.